friend. Have you read all the books, blogs, podcasts, Instagram posts, etc.? You think you know how to be a good mom, but you feel like you're hopelessly flawed and can't do all those things? Do you feel like you're drowning in motherhood and at best you can tread water sometimes, but you're just not getting anywhere? You're still stuck in all the same ruts. Your kids are out of control, your house is a mess, and you can't find any motivation to change any of it? You just feel terrible all the time, stressed out, burned out, and over it? Well, I have great news for you. You have come to the right place. I've got you. I'm Emily Wardrop from Drop the Word Life Coaching. I'm an advanced certified life coach, and I want to let you in on one little simple secret that can change everything for you. You want to know how to be a good mom? I'm going to tell you the secret. Are you still listening? The secret is you already are. Join me on this journey to believe you are a good mom. Here we go. Okay, welcome back to a super exciting episode. I have my friend Cris here, and I'll let her pronounce her last name for you. So I always tell her I'm Latina de corazón, but let's see. I'm going to try it. Okay. Berlingeri?
Yes, you are. Berlingeri. Berlin like the city, Jerry, as Tom and Jerry. So Berlingeri or Berlingeri if you want to roll your R's.
Okay, good. All right. So Cris, tell us all about you. I'll just let you
Well, you need to, I'm going to say my name and kind of like where I'm from. And then you have to like reel me in because you know that I kind of like,
a lot of things.
I'm a little bit of a junkie when it comes to doing things. So yes, I'm Cris Berlingeri. I was born and raised in Puerto Rico. I currently live in Texas and I'm married. I have 3 kids, age 6, 10, and 11. And I am, like my beautiful friend here, certified life coach, but I'm a physician by day. And I'm a certified life coach and advanced certified in weight loss and in feminist coaching. I'm also a seminary student.
Nice. I want to talk about that. I want to talk about all the things. So first, tell me your kids' ages again.
They are 6, Gabby, that's my youngest. And then I have 2 boys that are 10 and 11.
Okay. I wrote it down right. I'm so proud of myself. Okay. So you're a doctor by day. What kind of doctor? A physician.
I'm a dermatologist. Yes. So I'm a physician, an MD, medical doctor, and I do dermatopathology and dermatology. So dermatology is kind of like the doctor of the skin, hair, and nails. And then I did a subspecialty in dermatopathology, which is the doctor that, let's say you go to the dermatologist, they take a skin biopsy to see if you have skin cancer or psoriasis or what's going on your skin. Then I'm the one who sits at the microscope with a piece of skin and make the diagnosis.
Wow. Oh my goodness. Fun. So you're in the lab most of the time, not with the patients?
Actually, yes, most of the time. So I work 60%, which means like basically 3 days, and it's divided 2 whole days at the lab and then 2 half days of patients. Yes.
Cool. And then you didn't even mention your other hat that you
I know. I realized it. Oh, I didn't say about this thing, which I think is a defense mechanism because it's happening like this month. I'm a bakery owner. And I'm opening, so I started as a home baker. Actually, that year of the pandemic, girl, I became a life coach that summer. And then also started my home baking business, which has, oh my goodness, just has evolved into a storefront, which hopefully will open by the holiday season. And the amount of stress it's giving me makes me just want to forget about it, and that's why I just don't even mention it.
I'm stressed out just thinking about all the things you do. How does she even? Well, and first of all, let's just talk about you're a weight loss coach and a baker. How, just tell us how you can do both of those, because I can't wrap my head around it.
I love it, and that's the question everybody has, and I'll be very honest that I had a lot of shame around that. I just kept it very silent, like in my coaching Facebook group and Instagram posts, I would not mention at all that I was a baker or that I love. I'm a foodie too. I love food and the experience of eating. And then in my bakery business, I would not mention that I was a weight loss coach. And then I got coached on it. And I just had so much shame until I realized that's actually like my superpower, because I myself, I lost 50 pounds. I love to bake. I love to cook. I love to eat. And I realized that I had developed a way, I redesigned my relationship with food. So I'm very anti-diet, I'm anti-restriction, because I myself went through that as well. And I just decided that if I had developed, redesigned the relationship, not only with food, but with my body, the type of relationship that I wanted to have, not the one that society was wanting me to have, then I could teach that to other people. And then that's when I kind of like, quote unquote, came out as, hey, I'm a weight loss coach and a bakery owner, and I can teach you how to have the relationship that you want with food, so you're not afraid of it and you don't overeat it or restrict it, which is usually what's going on. Either we restrict it or we are overeating.
Yeah. Oh, I love that so much. So much. Just the duality of it, I think, is just such a great example. How you can hold two things at once. And, you know, we just get very all or nothing with things. And that's an awesome example. And I would love to, you know, talk more about how to eat brownies and lose weight. But
girl, brownies for my birthday, that's one of the first things that I started to bake consistently, because I love brownies. Or I used to think that I love brownies. Now I know that they give me heartburn.
Yeah.
So my body doesn't really love them. But I was always disappointed whenever, for my birthday, I really wanted like a rich, gooey brownie. I'm a middle brownie person. I don't know if you're an edges or middle.
Middle.
The middle.
To each their own, but I'm with you on that.
Yes. So I would always be disappointed. I would go to different places to have like a brownie sundae. I love the combination of the warm brownie with some like cool ice cream on top. And I was always disappointed. So I just started making recipes until I found this one. And I'm not going to kid you. On my birthday, I would wake up, I would make myself some brownies for breakfast, and I would eat about half the tray of brownies. Half of it, because my brain would tell me, well, now it's now or never. Like you were saying, like all or nothing. This girl here is not going to let us have brownie until who knows when. Let's just go and have at it. And then I would end up super sick and obviously not enjoying my birthday because I was so sick to my stomach. So that's one of the things. One of the things is telling you, like, planning for it. Okay, I'm going to have brownie today, but we don't have to overdo it because we can have brownie tomorrow and then the next day. And then I will tell you that I practiced that so many times that it's not even tempting. Like I can pass easily because I've already developed that trust with myself that we can absolutely have brownies whenever we want to.
Yeah, that's so awesome. Okay, let's pivot though, because I want to talk about this seminary thing you're doing. So I am a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And we have a thing called seminary, which is actually a class for teenagers. I don't know if you know about this.
Oh, I did not know that.
And so the word seminary is not the same association that we have. But what we do have in common is Jesus.
Yes.
And that we both want to include him in our coaching businesses. And we talked about that since we were in coach training together. And both of us, I'm not sure how much we've actually done that, but we want to. And that's you know, our heart's desire, and actually figuring out how and things is what I just am fascinated with. So tell me where you're at with that.
Well, actually, just as I did with the fact that I was a baker and bakery owner, I'm starting to come out of the closet as a Christian life coach.
Yeah.
I think a lot has to do, at least in my case, I can speak for myself, about the fear of what others are going to say. They're going to cancel me. They're going to call me like close-minded. At least that's the drama that I had. And also the drama of, I'm going to, like push away people. Like people are not going to, like they're going to be confused, not going to work with me. But the more and more I dig into scripture, and the more and more I coach women, it's just so fascinating how much life coaching there is in the Bible. Like just starting with the verse, like the renewal of, like, transform your life with the renewal of your mind in Romans 12:2. I mean, I don't know if you use the same Bible, and I'm sorry, excuse my ignorance, but
oh, it's totally fine. We
yes.
use like the King James version usually, but
Okay.
any are good. We like it all.
So it's all about, like, Jesus didn't people please. Jesus didn't overwork. He actually, like, encouraged rest, like the story of Martha and Mary. So the more I step into my role, that I believe my purpose is to know him and let him be known, the more I know him, the more I can see clearly my mission to let him be known, and how that life coaching concepts and Jesus message, they are not mutually exclusive at all. They actually blend in so perfectly well that now I am incorporating a little bit, like, nuggets here and there. I'm sprinkling my social media with Christian messages. And I'm like, you know what? If it filters out the person who's not for me, then great, because that way I can magnify who I am for and who wants to do that work.
Yeah. Awesome. So my message, like my whole podcast, is called Believe You Are a Good Mom. And the reason why I think that every mom is a good mom is because God is good, and God made you, and he said it is good. So
Amen.
After he created us, he said we were good. And then we come down here with these like brains that are fun to deal with. And they make everything mean that we're a terrible mom, right?
Yes.
I mean, even when I said that, what was your reaction about believing?
When you mentioned that, it just hits my Achilles tendon. Yes, I entered life coaching for weight loss, but really my work underlying the food and the diet and all of that was and that's why I also think that I keep pursuing things, because I'm trying to compensate for how terrible I feel as a mom. So that has been my main work in believing that I am a good mom. And one thing that I don't remember who I heard this from, and I'm sorry, I'm not giving credit to the person, but I once heard that, maybe it was Julie Moore, I don't know, but like, we cannot judge ourselves as moms by how our kids do. Because if God is the perfect father,
we don't all turn out perfectly.
Exactly. Are we going to judge how good of a father God is by how we, like, completely imperfect humans behave? And that really made me kind of like have more perspective. And also recently, I don't know if this resonates with your church, and I haven't even spoken about this with my Christian friends because I'm still processing it. One lady at a Bible study said that in paradise, right, in Eden, Adam and Eve were not created to eat from the tree of the good and evil. And she said, we were not created to be judges of what's good and what's bad. And the one who judges, like what you were saying, like we shouldn't be condemning ourselves as moms, because that's what not we were created to do. We were created as good creation. Like, they are very good. That's what God said. It's very good. And it is not our place to be judging ourselves as moms, good or bad moms. It's just not.
Yeah. Amen. So good. So the reason why I wanted to include Jesus in my coaching is because that's what's helped me. So I wanted to be a parenting coach. There's like parenting coaches and there's life coaches. And I was like, the life coaches need some parenting skills. The parenting coaches need the model. I'm like, I'm going to mix those together. But really, it's the three things. It's like life coaching, parent coaching, and Jesus, it's like I wanted to combine those three things. And even like, when people would see me out on the street with like my stroller full of kids and they're screaming and whatever, and they're like, I don't know how you do it, I'd always say Jody and Jesus. Like, speaking of Jody Moore, because she was the first life coach I ever met, and she's still my life coach. And I I just can't even, with how grateful I am. Like, where would I be if I didn't
Yes.
have the life coaching, you know? And
Yes.
so, and also Jesus, like, I don't know how people live without beliefs in God, beliefs in like, it's okay that you're imperfect because Christ atoned for that. Like, he makes it all possible, because you cannot go one day being a perfect mom, not even an hour. Like, I can't. No. And so the only way I can like hit the pillow at night and not completely beat myself up is because I know this is all part of the plan. Like, it's okay. And
I love it.
Yeah.
And I have the same kind of like motto. I'm like, Jesus and coaching, whenever I find myself like wanting to act a certain way, but then I'm like, oh, I actually like deviated and showed up in a way that I'm proud of. I'm like, Jesus and coaching, Jesus and coaching.
Yeah. So, because it's like coaching helps us figure out what's going on with our brain, you know, but then in order to actually have the power to change it, we need him.
Yes.
You know, because he's just that enabling power that helps us actually think different things, actually feel different ways, and show up differently. So it's awesome.
I love that. Yes. I love also using the model. I'm working kind of like in this thing with feelings, like negative feelings. You know how sometimes, I don't know if you have heard about this, but some pastors or preachers, they kind of like, oh, don't, and the Bible says, yes, don't be anxious or don't be like, we have a hope. But I just recently read a book and I forgot the title that was written by a Christian author, saying how God created us humans with feelings. So our feelings are there for a reason. And I think if we kind of like cover up our anger or our sadness, our hopelessness, and just kind of like try to cover it, like stamp like a verse on it, and just kind of like not even acknowledge that you're feeling those negative emotions, you miss a tremendous opportunity to actually get closer to God.
Yeah.
Because if you ask yourself, why am I angry? Or why am I sad? Or why am I hopeless? And you keep asking, and why, and why, and why, it ultimately leads you to a belief of you're not either trusting God or you're not either like I'm relying on him or believing something about him. And then when you realize that, and then you're like, oh, then you can reframe it with then the truth and then start living according to that truth in that moment.
Yeah.
Did I make sense? Did I make sense?
Yeah. I love it. Well, and what it made me think of is that like, we talk about how Christ felt everything that we felt. And when I was a kid, I was like, I don't know. He's never been a girl. He hasn't done the girl stuff, you know? And I'm like, he's not, you know, and I still kind of think that, you know, like being a mom and hormones and all the things, I'm like, men and women are different. And like, he was a man. How did he really experience everything I've been through, you know? But feelings, I feel like, is kind of the secret thing that I'm kind of learning more about. And so maybe he's felt every single feeling, you know, my little feeling wheel I have kicking around. It's like, he knows all of those feelings, right? And so everyone has a different experience in this life, but like having this body and experiencing the feelings in our bodies is like one of the reasons we're here on this earth, because we believe we've always existed as a spirit, and that there's like this plan to come down and like have this, the body is like so important to our development and our growth of this earth life, and feelings in the body is like something, and even the brain, and then there's this like your heart has a brain thing. And so like with the model, we're always like your thought, like you have sentence in your brain that releases a chemical into your body.
Yes.
But now I'm learning about how like your heart has a brain too, that releases chemicals out into your, and so like just learning about all this stuff, it's like, it's so cool, because that's why we're here, to experience all of this as humans, you know,
to embrace it all.
Yeah. And not just cover it up with the Band-Aid verse, right?
Like, yes,
oh wait, I'm feeling something. No, I'm supposed to be feeling joy all the time. Like, no way.
No.
There's no way we're supposed to be feeling joy all the time, because nobody is. Like, and even Jesus didn't. He wept.
Nope.
He felt all the feels. Yeah.
He got angry. He got sad. All the things. Worried. He got worried when he wanted to pass this cross from him. All those things.
Yeah.
I think it's so important for our common humanness too, because now that you mention like people who act as if they're supposed to be happy all the time, I remember feeling so much resentment when I would see moms again that would look like just so happy and in bliss. And then I'm like, what's wrong with me? Like, there's evidently something very wrong with me because I am not enjoying this all the time. And then I would feel terrible. So just sharing that common humanness of, sometimes it sucks. Oh, yeah. This is the part of being a mom that it sucks. Yeah. Right? I think there's so much power in that.
So much. And I think our culture is shifting that way, you know?
Yes.
Like we used to all just put on a happy face and pretend everything was hunky-dory, but I sit on the back row of church and I don't pretend anything's hunky-dory. Yes. This is it, people. Like we don't have shoes, no one's hair is brushed. Like this is the real deal. And at least we're at church, okay? Stop judging me.
Yeah. I loved your, I'm sorry I interrupted you, but your post on Facebook when you went on vacation and you were like, these are the pictures, but what you don't know. And then you were like, oh, I was like, oh, Emily, I love that. Thank you for sharing that, because usually what you see are like the perfect pictures. And I'm like, am I the only one that's having like crazy vacations all over the place?
Way. I know. I always think of social media as like a Christmas card every day, you know, because you know, for the Christmas card, you take this beautiful picture of your family and everyone knows that's just one picture. That's not what the year actually looked like. But now with social, it's like you post these beautiful pictures every day, but we still know that's not reality, but we get reminded sometimes. I'm like, I took a picture of my pedicure and my book and the beautiful ocean, and then I got right up. Like I sat there long enough to take the picture. I didn't actually read this book.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Well, tell my listeners where they can find you. You have a really fun podcast.
Well, I have a podcast. Right? Yes, my podcast is called the Joyful Weight Loss Podcast, and you can find it anywhere, you know, where you can listen to podcasts.
Well, and you can believe that it's actual joyful weight loss if you can eat brownies and still be
I'm telling you. Joy is at. I am on a mission. I am on a mission to just get off with this diet culture. First of all, that thin is better. That's a lie. Like you're still gonna be a human. There's no morality with looking a certain way. There's no morality with working out. There's no morality with eating vegetables and grilled chicken versus fast food. So I'm on a mission to drop the shame when it comes with food and how you look. And also, you know, if you really want to eat in a certain way, and I say healthy, quote unquote, because what's healthy for you may not be what's healthy for me. But if you have like this goal of eating or treating your body in a certain way, I'm on a mission that no matter your lifestyle, no matter if you're a working mom, if you're a single mom, if you're a stay-at-home mom, if you're not a mom, like no matter your lifestyle, you can achieve that. And I'm just on a mission to I'm all about for easy, quick, like simple. And I just love to teach that to my people. Like if all you have is fast foods, let's like get you in the mindset of eating fast foods. If you have a bakery, then let's just get you in the mindset like to honor yourself as a baker in your body and the things that you want to do.
So awesome. Sorry, I interrupted you. So where else? There's the podcast, and then how it's
yes. I'm like, I get so excited.
I know, I love it
about this that I forget. So, so yes, the Joyful Weight Loss Podcast, and then you can find me on Facebook as Cris without the H. I don't know if you have like podcast notes, but Cris Berlingeri, Cris Berlingeri MD on Facebook, and on Instagram I am Coach Cris Berlingeri MD. And I'm on TikTok, but the TikTok is mainly in Spanish. I throw sometimes English here and there, but TikTok I created mainly because I'm transitioning into more of my Spanish speaking audience. It's Cris Berlingeri MD as well on TikTok.
Fun. Tempt me to go to TikTok. No thanks. I would go just to see.
That's where actually I've started. On TikTok is the platform that I've chosen to start getting my feet wet with Spanish Christian messages for the Christian ladies. So that's where I've been starting to do that.
So fun. Well, there's like 1,000 more things I want to talk to you about, like shame. I love talking about busting shame.
Oh,
so you got me all fired up with that too. But all right, we'll call that good for today because I know you have a million hats. Thanks for.
Well, I can be back here whenever you tell me to. I would love to.
Awesome. You're the best. All right. Well, we'll talk to you next time. Bye, everybody.
Thank you, Emily.
Hey friend, thanks for listening. If you want to learn more about how you can believe that you are a good mom, head over to dropthewordlifecoach.com/believe and you get access to my free pre-recorded masterclass that will teach you all about the hands-on, exactly how to believe that you are a good mom. Start believing right now. Feel the peace, my friend. We got this. You got this. See you there.